What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Daniel, and welcome back to our video. We've got a lot of NASCAR news to talk about in today's episode. There is so much to go over in today's video because it's been very hard to get NASCAR news in on this channel because of the fact that, one, I work, and two, there's been a lot of races going on. So, yeah, we got a lot of news to get into today. Let's just jump straight into it. So, to start off, we're going to be talking about David Starr. Unfortunately, in bad news, David Starr is out of a ride at JD Motorsports. A quote from Front Stretch article came out that said, and this is what Johnny Davis said: David basically has lost some of his sponsorship due to this COVID-19 deal, and we were already on the bare minimum commitment to try to make it work and struggling to do so. So basically, it's sponsorship problems, and sponsors basically fund the sport at this point, and unfortunately, David Starr was not bringing in a lot of money to the team. This is why David Starr is unfortunately out of a ride at JD Motorsports. If I remember correctly, BJ McLeod is going to be driving the 6 at Darlington, and then for the rest of the season and most of the rest of the races, that Jeffrey Earnhardt is going to drive that car when he doesn't have a race, and they'll probably have to go and find different drivers to take over that place. But yeah, it is a shame. I think I've never really thought highly of David Starr as a driver. I think he is a decent driver, no ifs and buts about it. But I think that David Starr he never got to show what he was capable of in his career. And I'm not sure where he'll go from here. Maybe he'll go back to, well, he's not going to go to Jimmy Means' team because they've got a driver. They got Cody Vanderwall and all them. So I'm not sure where David Starr is going to go. Maybe go back to the truck series. I mean, they got expanded fields. Maybe go find a place there. It is a shame what has happened to David Starr, but it is what it is. I wish the best of luck to David Starr for the foreseeable future. Now we get into the next story. We are going to be talking about the Darlington TV ratings for Sunday. I know I'm a few days late on this, but let's just go ahead and talk about this. So, the Darlington race from Sunday earned a 6.323 million viewers, and it had a 3.7 rating. It was the most watched non-Daytona 500 race since Atlanta in 2017. Now, a lot of people are disappointed in this. I personally am not disappointed in these numbers. Let me just say this for the record. This is like a 50% increase from what I thought. I thought we were going to see about a 20 or 30% increase. We saw like a 50% increase in TV ratings from Phoenix. And for it being the first race back for NASCAR, I think it really succeeded. Darlington, I think you were going to see 10 to 20 million viewers. Remember, we got things like Twitch and Netflix and Hulu and all that, and all people were not going to watch like NASCAR racing. You have all these channels on TV, all these programs, drive streams, all that were going on at the same time. For this race to bring in nearly 6.5 million viewers, that should be an accomplishment on its own, and NASCAR can build on from this. Now, I don't think the race that is going to be televised in FS1, maybe tonight or tomorrow because weather is in the forecast. I'm pretty sure at this point they're not going to be running Darlington tonight, but we'll have to see what happens there. But Darlington, I wish NASCAR the best of luck what they do with the rest of the season, especially on the TV ratings platform, because they definitely can build off of this. And I think some of these races are definitely going to be bigger for NASCAR. I think you're going to see some races get better ratings, especially the ones on Fox. CocaCola 600 I'm talking about in particular. A lot more people know what the CocaCola 600 is than like another race at Darlington. So I wouldn't be completely surprised if ratings do go up. I mean, if they might drop as well, who really knows? But we did create some new fans, so I expect ratings to be up in general. And I'm wishing NASCAR the best luck because I'm excited. I'm really, really happy that the TV ratings were this far up because it's really exciting to see TV ratings really, really good. Now we get into the next story. We are going to be talking about Pocono. Governor Wolf says if Monroe County moves into yellow phase before NASCAR's scheduled event race on June 27th through 28th, Pocono will be allowed to race to no fans. Now, very interesting, people have brought this up, have stated that a lot of other sporting leagues that are in yellow phase around that county have not been granted to go. So, good news is at least it looks like Pocono could possibly happen. So, put that on your calendar as a race, and a possible doubleheader could take place if, of course, they go into that yellow phase, which I think is a lighter phase. I think they're in the red phase down in Monroe County, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, Pocono, possibly maybe running, who really knows. That's another racetrack that might be good to go if they do go to the yellow phase. I do believe that they will get into that yellow phase because with the virus, it usually in warmer temperatures, it does seem to go away a lot faster than in colder temperatures. But I'm hoping and praying that we do get into that yellow phase, because it is, if that does happen, we will see racing at Pocono. I don't think racing Pocono is great unless you put, of course, unless you put that grip strip up there to go get a run off of turn 2 to go into turn 3 down, which is down the long straightaway. But we'll have to see what happens for the rest of the year. Now we get into the next story, and this is a very, very exciting story. Indianapolis with fans. Yes, according to Adam Stern, Mark Miles says he is increasingly optimistic that the Brickyard 400 NASCAR doubleheader will be held with fans in July. But he also says that there is a good chance that this will be NASCAR's first race back with fans, but that he cannot confirm that. Let me just say this for the record. I am extremely excited about this. If this is going to be the first race that does happen with fans, I honestly might think about going. I'm not even kidding. We got like a month and a half. Indianapolis is easing a lot of their restrictions, I've been hearing. So hopefully, if it's the case, we will see a lot of fans be allowed back in the stands. And let me just say this for the record. I've heard people saying, oh, they're not going to fill up the capacity. Are you serious? You people are going to go to this race. It'll be the first race back with fans, man. How many people do you think would go? I would say 250,000 people would go to this race easily. The stands would definitely easily be filled up. And I think not just from NASCAR and IndyCar in general, I think it had sports fans in general that would be attempting to go to this race. People from football, soccer, MLB. Because if this is the first event with the fans allowed to be back and able to go to, I would be really excited to see what happens. I'm excited if Indianapolis does get to have fans back in the stands. I'm definitely looking to possibly try to go to that, because that would be really exciting for me, and I think everyone that goes as well, because there's a lot of people that are wanting to go to that event, if, of course, fans are allowed back in the stands. Now we get into the next story. We are going to be talking about Levine Family Racing in kind of a bad light. Yesterday, Adam Stern made a report, and here's what Bob Levine said. Bob Levine says he's really fighting for lives as a NASCAR team owner because the effects of the coronavirus pandemic have ravaged his business. This is per Jordan Bianchi of The Athletic as well. When I heard this news, I was completely shocked. I thought Levine Family Racing was in a decent position. I didn't think they were in a really bad position. But then I just remembered that Bob Levine owns a big construction company, and he's spending a lot of money on that construction company, as well as trying to run this race team. And with that, with the construction company not running as smoothly, as well as, because they're basically funding a lot of major projects, as well as trying to run a race team, and they're not getting paid there, it's not very surprising that Levine Family Racing's future is kind of uncertain. I hope that they can get out of this. I don't think they are going to shut down after 2020. I think they will be able to survive. But man, to hear that an organization as big as Levine Family Racing, I know they're not like a winning organization, but an organization that's been on the high road and has been getting higher and higher, except 2020, of course, because they've struggled with Chris Rebel this year. But as Levine Family Racing has been struggling with financially, that's not a good news. And Joe Gibbs, you need to ease how much money you're forcing this team to spend, because right now they are on the ropes. Thank you. And now we get into the next story. We are going to be talking about a continuation of practice and qualifying. There will be no practice or qualifying for the upcoming races of Bristol, Atlanta, Martinsville, and Homestead. Now, Talladega, they haven't announced what the plans are for that currently at the moment. But very interesting that there is going to be no practice or qualifying at Bristol, Atlanta, Martinsville, or Homestead, especially at Atlanta Motor Speedway with the tires being as treacherous as they are. But I think it's going to be very interesting, because whatever you bring off the truck for these 4 upcoming races, that's going to be very interesting to see what happens there, because some of these tracks are very hard on the tires. Bristol, I think, is going to be really interesting to see if you're going to see the high groove or the low groove work with no practice or qualifying at these upcoming races. I'm really intrigued to see what is going to happen at these races. Are drivers going to have more problems? Are we going to see a lot of engine trouble? We really didn't see a lot of engine problems. We did see some tire issues. I think that comes from the fact there was no practice or qualifying at Darlington. Plus, Darlington is a very tough track. So that's why teams were basically practicing, well, not practicing, they're basically coming in for tires every like 6 to 10 laps every time there was a caution, even if there was a few laps on the tires, because there we had a lot of loose wheels. We had 5 or 6 teams get penalized. I'm wondering if, because Atlanta's another track that is very hard on the tires, I would not be surprised if we see a lot of tire problems at Atlanta and possibly even Homestead as well, because tire trouble does come up at those racetracks. But I'm really intrigued to see what is going to happen at those races. Now we get into the next story in paint scheme news. I don't usually talk about paint scheme news on the channel anymore because this would take up 10 minutes of my channel. But Jimmie Johnson is going to be running a pretty cool patriotic scheme, and he will be honoring Patrick Deans. I can't remember where he's from, but he will be honoring Patrick Deans at the Coca-Cola 600. Looking at this paint scheme, I like it. The people who have been designing the Ally cars for Jimmie Johnson this year have done a lot of a better job than the ones that have designed Jimmie Johnson's cars last year. I like the scheme. It looks really, really awesome. Now we get into the next story. We are going to be also talking about the Coca-Cola 600. They will be halting at the halfway point, the race briefly, for a moment of remembrance. Similar to what they did last year, they will be halting the race for a moment of a moment of remembrance for about few minutes. I thought what they did last year was really, really awesome. And if, like I said, they're doing this again, of course, there's no fans in the stands for this race, but it's really cool that they're going to be doing this, honoring people who have died, giving up their lives to serve this country. Coca Center always provides that, and I'm really excited for this race Sunday. And of course, rain is also possibly affecting that race. We'll talk about that in the preview for that race when we do the predictions video. But yeah, the Coca-Cola 600 is going to be halted briefly for a moment of remembrance. And now we get into the final story. And this was the only story announced for today. NASCAR and IMG Arena, have announced a global sporting betting initiative, which will give international people the opportunity to bet a lot easier. Also, they will be providing international sports betting operators the ability to live stream NASCAR Cup races for the first time, and this will begin starting at this upcoming race at Darlington. I believe this is the first Darlington race. Let me just say this for the record. This is really, really, really awesome because now a lot of international sports operators, it is raining its ass off outside. I don't know if you can tell us, but man, it's raining hard. I'm really excited to see how this goes, and I can't wait to see how this initiative works out. So yeah, now I'll give you a little update on the channel. And you notice that today's video is really, really long. And the reason for that is I'm not going to have as much time to film a lot of NASCAR news. You're going to be seeing a lot more of these NASCAR news videos are going to be a lot longer because I'm going to be trying to fill in. You're going to have a lot of prediction videos on my channel. And you're going to have a lot of things in general that are going to be on this channel, basically. The plan is currently right now that if the Cup race is to happen tonight, I will be filming another video, which will be the race review. If the Cup race does not happen until Thursday or Friday, if the race happens Thursday, the predictions video is going to go up on Friday, and then we'll have the Cup race Sunday. Then, if the race happens Friday, the prediction video will go up the next day on Saturday. That is the current plans for the channel right now. This channel is going to be a lot more difficult to do because I'm going to have to find places so I can have the races for you guys to watch. And I hope you guys can stay on the channel and enjoy the videos because, man, I can't wait for the future of this channel because I got some pretty cool stuff I want to be doing here. Including, I will be eventually here on this channel very soon, be doing a Silly Seasons predictions video for the 2021 season. I'm planning on doing that at some point next week. So, anyway, I know this video is going on long and I'm going on a tangent, but anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. Please like and subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on so you're notified when a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Links in the description below for that. And combo your thoughts on today's video. What did you think of the topics we discussed today? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching today's video. And I will see you guys next time. Take care, everybody.